Hello there, Gemini. How are you? It's so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are going to be doing your weekly tarot reading. This is good for the week of August 29th through September 4th. I know, I can't believe the summer is like almost officially over. So we're going to take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider like, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's jump into this. No way. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. I said no way because you just have had these incredible spiritual readings lately, and the buffalo is actually one of the most spiritual animals that there is. The reason is because the buffalo uses their hooves to kind of like churn up, the dirt when they're stampeding, I guess, across the plain. It's one of the reasons why, the area of the United States where we do a lot of farming is so fertile, is because, but the buffalo were there, and we had the manure from the buffalo, but also they were just churning up the ground. They were breaking it up. So they're very grounded animals because of their hooves and the earth. And then they also have their eyes to the sky. So they're connecting the earth and the heavens. They're one of the animals that really does connect the earth and the heavens. So, I love the fact that it says the abundant universe will provide. It's because you are grounded and yet still connected with the spirit world. It's that connection that you've been working on, this alignment within you, that is going to help to bring in this abundance for you. Gates of triumph. Success expands in your life. You're giving me goosebumps. My goodness. Now, I know for like the last 6 months, it has been such a struggle for you, Gemini, coming into this energy of feeling like you're actually seeing the fruits of your labor. Some of you, from the comments, you had just really been, you've been through the ringer. And now I feel like there's not only this triumph in the abundance, okay, because I feel like you do have the abundance coming in. There's almost this triumph, I'm seeing that movie, Chariots of Fire, being able to kind of cross the finish line of understanding within yourself. The triumph is really internal. Not that you're not going to see it in the external, but I feel like there's more of this internal triumph that you have been able to overcome, to persevere through this path that has been so very difficult. And now it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like I really did do it. I really did manifest whatever abundance that you're looking for, whether it's material abundance, joy, happiness, fulfillment, peace of mind, love. It's almost this energy of, I cannot believe I did it. And yes, you did. You did do it. Okay, so let's go to the tarot and get some details. We're going to look at your present energy, and then we'll look at any obstacles on your path this week, and advice from spirit. So let's see what we have here. Oh, they just flashed the Lover's card. There's your energy. It's also about coming into this energy of making decisions that are really based on what your heart truly desires. That has really been playing out in, that's been a reoccurring theme in your, oh my gosh, this is just beautiful. It's been a reoccurring theme in your readings. Okay, we have the Hermit energy on the bottom. Virgo energy. We're in Virgo season, There's been, I feel like you have almost put yourself in this hermit, solitary energy. Interesting, because Libra had a very similar type of reading, this energy of, having to go within to fight the distractions that we give to ourselves, right? Because we're almost afraid of actually being able to bring in what it is that we really want. And yet at the same time, all we're doing is preventing ourselves from feeling happy and really content in life, right? To feeling fulfilled. It's almost this energy of, I have to go within and I have to deal with not the external. I feel like you have kind of done a really good job of clearing out all the external things that have held you back. The toxic relationships, jobs, careers that weren't meant for you. You've even worked on, eliminating some of those limiting beliefs that you had about yourself due to, your upbringing or society, whatever. Now I feel like you're going within and you're taking a look at what is holding you back. What is causing you to have this conflict within yourself? What puts you into that monkey mind, instead of going after what it is that you truly want? This Mars in Gemini transit is really playing out for you, Gemini, because it is about transforming yourself. It happens in your first house. So it's all about transforming me, myself, and I, not looking to the external anymore, but going within and saying, okay, I eliminated the external factors that are preventing my happiness. Now I'm going to go within and really do that work. And that is what I feel turns the wheel for you, because you're going within. You're not looking at the past and all of the external things that brought you sadness, that prevented you from turning the wheel, right? And bringing in the blessings that you're looking for, the abundance that you're looking for. You're not looking at the past loves or family relationships, jobs, careers, situations that, were playing on your own inability, okay, to move forward. And you're not looking to make decisions in the future based on what other people want. It's kind of like, no, I'm going to sit here on top of my egg and I'm going to listen to my own heart. I'm going to go within and ask myself, what is it that I truly want? How will I know when I've turned the wheel? What will it feel like when I cross the finish line? What does that finish line look like? For a lot of us, it is that understanding where maybe it could be in a conversation. The gates of triumph, it may not be a material thing that you're wanting, or an experience or an adventure. It could be that moment when you stand up to somebody, you have a conversation and you say, no, that doesn't work for me. After maybe a long time, right, of always giving in to what other people say or want you to do. And then it's kind of like, no, that doesn't work for me. And they could be completely taken aback. But in that moment, I feel like it's something like that where you understand, no, I have done the work. I have passed the test because I was able to say no to somebody that maybe in the past, or maybe the old Gemini, okay, would not have said no to. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Page of Cups, you're loving yourself. You're making decisions that are good for you and not for other people. Because in the past, you made decisions that were good for other people, or what you thought other people wanted you to do. It just left you sad because it was kind of like, oh my goodness, I'm doing all of this work. I'm trying to prove myself to other people, but I'm always left behind. I'm abandoned. I'm rejected. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what I do. If I stand on my head and, twirl a baton or something at the same time, it doesn't matter. I can't get their attention. It's almost as if you were trying to get their attention. It's almost, that could go back from childhood. Maybe you had parents that were really busy or, had other things going on in life. Maybe you didn't get the attention, like the actual attention put on you. Maybe you grew up in a family where there were a lot of children. And so, there wasn't a lot of one-on-one time with, one of your parents or both of your parents. It's almost as if it's really interesting. It's almost as if you were standing on your head, twirling a baton, trying to get the attention of other people. It's going within and understanding. My goodness, this is really interesting. Going within and understanding that you don't have to have the attention of other people. It's about giving yourself the attention that you are longing for. Wow, it's been a long road. I feel like you may have gone through a lot of relationships, family, friends, romance, where you were trying to get their attention, standing on your head, twirling that baton, trying to be perfect, trying to do exactly what they wanted you to do. But then at the same time, they would change the rules. As soon as you got perfect at doing it the way that they wanted you, or they said that they wanted you to do it, then suddenly the rules were changed and you were still feeling left out and abandoned. Rejected. I feel like you felt rejected, perhaps since childhood, just having a hard time. The part of this that you're coming into understanding, even though it's been a slow road, is that, the gates of triumph is when you sit there and you say, I don't have to stand on my head and twirl a baton anymore because I am amazing just the way I am. That here, this is my gift to the world. Your gift could be something that you even hid for some time. It could be a spiritual gift or, a talent, a creative ability that you've kind of kept putting on the back burner, right? Because it didn't fit the mold of the people that were around you. And, when we do that, the problem is that our own inner child is being, quieted. Stay quiet, and it's taken you some time to be able to actually put your gift out there. And I know that a lot of you Gemini, have been putting your gift out there, right? But it's about really putting your gift out there. I still think that this page right here is a page. It's like a newbie, like you're putting your gift out there, but it's kind of almost quaint. It's kind of timid. It's like, well, here's my gift. What do you think? There's still that little bit of what do you think, right? Of, here, both of these are pages, childlike energy. I want to clarify just this gates of triumph. Can we clarify that, please? The Wheel of Fortune again. And the abundance is heading your way. The abundance is coming. Okay, I feel like a lot of you have abundance like in the material world, okay? But I also think that the abundance is coming in gaining that confidence, that reassurance, that knowing that your gift is real. And a part of it is that you are the magician coming into this gates of triumph is coming into the energy of understanding that you are the magician. You are magical. And you're the star. Like you had that reading last week about being in the limelight or something, right? Like being famous. I feel like here it is again. Like you're manifesting this. You're bringing it in. You're taking action on it in this Mars and Gemini energy. It's kind of like, yes, I know that this is the path I'm supposed to go on. What's holding me back? What's holding me back? I feel like part of it is that you have been trying to convince people that are never going to be convinced because they are on your path to not be convinced. That is really interesting, isn't it? to be spending your time and energy, and it could be since a child, right, where you're kind of like, okay, do you like it, do you like a fish in a cup, or do you like a pentacle? What is it that you want, right? And it's kind of like when you step into the energy of understanding that those people were really on your path, really, in order for you to have to go within to understand just how much of a star, okay, a healer, a mystic, a magician that you truly are. Oh my goodness. You know, it really is kind of interesting because I feel like you have spent, I mean, reading your comments and stuff, trying to stand on your, stand on your head, twirl the baton, and convince people to take a look at you, to listen to you, to accept you for who you are, right? And yet at the whole same time, you were not being your authentic self because you were being what you thought they wanted you to be. And now it's kind of like, here's your obstacle. This is what you're coming into in this week, or maybe in the next couple of weeks. I think you're having an epiphany here, because here is truth be told and the star. The truth of the matter is that all along you've known that you are this star, that you do have healing abilities. You are a spiritual leader. You are a guide. You are a beacon for others, that your creative abilities, your gifts, your talents can help others in such a strong way that it's time for you with this star card. That's the Aquarius energy, putting your energy out into the world, that you have been, you've been trying to share it with the wrong people. It's kind of like the energy of, if you went, let's say you went to a shoe store, okay? And you went to the shoe store and you were looking for sneakers, right? And the salesman only brings out high heels. Okay, we'll go with this. And it's kind of like, no, I don't need high heels. I really need some new running shoes. I'm here to buy running shoes. That's all I want, right? Well, it's kind of like you have had perhaps been the salesman that is trying to sell the high heels, right? But the customers that come into the store only want running shoes. It's like you couldn't convince those people to buy high heels no matter what. And even if you got them to buy them that day, they would return them the next day, okay? It's you have been singing to the wrong people in a way. It's almost as if you don't have your soul tribe, because your soul tribe is wearing sneakers and you're wearing high heels, or vice versa, right? If you think about it, it's your own self, it's your own, and you've known this all along. You've known this all along. It's almost as if, I think this Gates of Triumph is when you recognize the fact that you are the star, you are a healer, you are a spiritual leader. Your gifts and talents are wanted by the collective, right? They may not be wanted by a small group of people, but you had to go through that in order to be able to step into this energy of knowing just how wonderful you are. You had to work through your own self-doubts in order to find your own strength. In other words, it's kind of like if you want to build muscles on your body, right? You can't just sit on the couch. You have to lift some weights or do some exercises, right? And it's kind of like the universe knew that what you have ahead on your path, and I do believe it is big, right? What you have on your path, you were going to need the tenacity to be able to say, okay, those people are never going to be in my arena, right? Those people are never going to believe in me. That's fine. They can go believe in somebody else, right? But it does not take away from who you are, because now you have the strength and the courage to step into it, to understand I'm never going to convince those people. What I have is a whole bigger, much bigger group over here that wants to hear my message, that wants to have whatever it is that I am producing, whether it's with my creative abilities or my spiritual gifts or whatever you are putting out there. Because here you go. Here's your advice, round and round. You have seen over and over again the same thing, that it doesn't matter how you offer it to these people over here, they're never going to listen. So look at this, the Ace of Cups. Look at all of those butterflies flying out all over the world. It's kind of like, why am I keeping myself so small, trying to convince these 5 people over here, instead of sending my love out to the world for all of the rest of the collective to take advantage of? You have a really big message, Gemini. Whatever your message is, whatever your gifts, your talents are, it's time to send them out to the world. Whether that's on the internet. For some of you, I think, it really is. It keeps coming up. Something like a motivational speaker, creating online courses, perhaps, or, teaching. You are the communicator, writing books, getting your message out there in a much bigger way. You're trying to convince the wrong people. Yeah, the world. You're stepping into a new world. You're stepping into a new world. 6 of Pentacles. This is a windfall. The universe is bringing you a windfall. The windfall could be an opportunity that comes in, in this next week or so. That is an opportunity of love from the universe. The universe knows you have been like a salmon swimming upstream, right? It's kind of like the universe knows. But the universe, your spirit guides, your angels have been with you that whole trip up the stream. And the reason is that they knew that you had to go through that in order to have the strength and the courage to know just how much, how deep. You had to know deep down inside of you exactly just how amazing you are. Because when you put yourself out there, there are going to be naysayers, right? There are going to be naysayers, but you're not speaking to the naysayers. What you're speaking to are to the people that are wanting to hear your message, are needing to hear your message. Interesting. I just looked at at the time on my camera when I put that up there, and it was 22:22, right? Spirit is here. Spirit is saying, Gemini, this is your moment. You're coming into it with the King of Swords. You're getting clear about where you need to go, of what you need to do. For a lot of you, for a long time, you have felt fogged in. You know why you were fogged in? Because you were dealing with these people over here, right? And now when you go within and you understand, okay, this is my journey. This isn't their journey. This is my journey. And now I have to go take my journey and really stay on my path. Stay present. Stay present to who you are. Stay present with your gifts, your talents, your creative abilities. Let's see, what am I looking for outside myself that is already within me? That's exactly what you have been through. I feel like you're coming into these gates of triumph is understanding. It's not out there. It's in here. It's in me. Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It's time to go inward. Time to go inward. To find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. And you had both of these cards. That is about going within. Knowing that you have what you are already seeking from the external. You already have that within you. Breathe in your favorite essential oil. Inhale deeply into your belly. Drop your shoulders and spend some time hanging out with your soul today. ask for what you need and be ready for the answers. And you know what? That is this King of Swords, right? Just going within yourself, you already have the answer. You've had the answer all along. You have had the answer all along. It's almost like you haven't had the strength or the courage to actually maybe admit it, right? Or to recognize it. Because there were so many people in your life that you didn't fit in, right? There was this sense, I mean, I know so many of you have talked about searching for your soul tribe, right? It's kind of like you had so many people that were distracting what you already had within you, you know? And it's almost this sense of, oh my goodness, here it is. That is your gates of triumph. Not to say that the abundance isn't coming, okay? But I feel like the gate of triumph is when you finally realize, no thank you, been there, done that, right? And now I'm ready to put my love, my healing powers, my gifts, my creative abilities out into the world. And when we put our love out, that's what we get back. Well, what a wonderful reading, Gemini. I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. The link is in the description box below. I'd be really honored to do a personal reading for you. And I do wish you so much love and light in this week and always. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.